So I'd like to thank everyone who came along and joined us today. It was great. We went past some of, we showed them some of the highlights, the upper canal that Julie's mentioned as we crossed over along, what do you call it? Narellan Road, yeah, that's right. And we also wandered past some of the Mount Annan coal seam gas mines near Pierre's place. And we've got people who came along today from all parts of Sydney, and I think it's surprising them to see that these wells are so close as they are to people's houses.
And Wollongong as well.
Yeah. So we've had quite a few speakers, so I'll keep this nice and short and sweet. I'm the Secretary of Stop CSG Macarthur. I started initially to oppose coal seam gas, but I got involved in the Planning Assessment Commission hearings down in about Russell Vale, expansion of Russell Vale Colliery, which is expanding coal mining under the Cataract Dam. And you know, you go to these planning assessment commissions, they have these three people that the government has picked, and if these guys come up with the right decision, then they get another gig at another assessment commission, so they get some more money, you know. So these independent guys aren't quite so independent. And we had 60 people turn up there, all people like ourselves who are angry and they want to protect our water supply. And they get up there, and some of these people like Julie are so knowledgeable and they know all about this stuff, and they make these perfectly logical arguments, you know. And then you read through all the material you're given. You have, it's like 600 pages deep, and this is all part of what these mining companies rely on. And there's so much information for us people that we're never going to digest it. We'll just trust our government to look after us, and that's a big mistake, as I've learned down there. We had the Department of Planning, there's the State Department, they want to push ahead with this development. You've got the proponent who's trying to do the development. Then you've got the Sydney Catchment Authority, which is another department, who are opposing it because they're looking after our water. Then you've got the Office of Heritage and Environment, they're opposing it. And when you read everything they say, they all agree that this development is going to crack the creek beds under the upland swamps. No one denies it's going to happen. But the guys for it say, oh, that's all right, we'll save another piece of swamp over there. That'll be right. And then, you know, we'll get the coal out and all the money and the jobs. The jobs is a total myth. These guys pluck figures out of the air. You know, a coal miner bought a pie at that service station there on his way to work. Oh, there's a job. There we go, the pie seller. This is how it works. With the coal seam gas industry here, Stage 2 development of Camden Gas project, which was to build 96 of the wells. When you read their actual applications, that was going to employ 35 people to construct the wells. That's just in the construction phase. Once the wells are constructed, then you got 3 people to keep them going. And then you look in your local paper and here's the AGL ad, which says, if you hurt the mining industry, you hurt Western Sydney. You know, this is just bull, okay? And like the other speakers have said, we need to start making a noise. It was good to have Alan Jones at our launch. He's promised to bring this issue up into his radio program, which is what we need to do. That's why this is all going wrong, because people aren't aware and they're not, you know, making their voices heard. So my recommendation is, we've tried to pin down the politicians, you know, what are you going to do about it? How do you stand on this? And they're all avoid the issue. They just avoid it all the time. So I can tell you now, if we vote the government in, it'll continue. So we've got to do something else. Whether it's vote against Labor or Liberal, I don't know, but don't vote for the government. That's all I can say at this stage. Unless they come forward in the next couple of weeks, as we're walking along, and promise us they're going to stop mining in the water catchment like Barry O'Farrell promised the last time. Okay, thank you.